There might be phone calls or interactions between the two leaders of the countries. So if they are doing exactly that, what might be the best wishes that you can send to them? And what do you think should be included in the conversation?
Well, the best wishes to them, I know that the two leaders will have a lot to talk about. But first, the idea and the fact that they are talking is very good for the world. I think that is very encouraging. And on the trade side, I would hope to say, please let China and the US continue to dialogue with each other. We believe that the path of dialogue, which is what the WTO is built for, as a platform for members to dialogue, exchange views, and solve problems together. I hope that the two leaders will encourage it.
About global governance, this is a critical year, as we know. So many news in the headlines are about this. What do you make of the current reality of global governance as the Director General of WTO, which is the one and only in the world on global trading system?
Well, I think that, the multilateral trading system that was built over 80 years ago, and global governance in general, has centered around developing institutions for global cooperation. There are so many problems in the world that cannot be solved by one country alone. And that is why you need multilateral cooperation. Let's just take pandemics. Tomorrow we could see another one. There isn't a single country on its own that can deal with a pandemic. You need global cooperation to be able to come up with answers. So multilateral institutions are needed. But there's no doubt that they need to reform so that they can be able to deal more swiftly with the problems of today and tomorrow. So I think multilateralism is key. I think it needs to be reformed to be nimbler, swifter. And I think China has been a strong supporter of multilateralism, and at the WTO, a strong support, especially with dealing with developing countries in terms of capacity building and support. We need to do more. And it is good that China is opening up its markets. It has announced zero tariffs for African countries. I hope they can take adequate advantage of these opportunities so they can trade more, expand their share of the markets. Africa's share of global trade is less than 3% and has not been increasing for many years. And we hope that countries that are major economies and leaders will continue to find a way to, yes, help solve global problems through international cooperation, through global institutions.
Recently, we have also been hearing from the Chinese leaders talking about the global governance initiative. Well, this is just one of those many initiatives in terms of global governance that China has in mind. What do you make of these efforts and statements put out by Beijing about global governance?
Well, Secretary General Guterres, I think, recently made a statement welcoming the support for global cooperation and for multilateralism with the UN and other organizations at the core. And we think it's a good thing. As I said, you need global institutions to solve global problems and deal with global public goods that cannot be dealt with by any one country. So good global governance is important.